What's up guys, I'm Miranda with REI, and these are my top 5 most useful outdoor knots. So the first knot that I'm going to show you is the Bowline. The Bowline is a really useful knot because it is load bearing, but it's also pretty easy to untie. I like to use this knot when I'm attaching a guy line to my tent. So to tie this knot, I'm going to take out a length of cord, and I'm going to grab the cord with my thumb facing towards the loose end of the rope and fold it upwards to make a loop. And then I'm going to take the loose end of the cord and pass it around this post here or through the attachment point on your tent. And then we'll take this loose end to go up through the loop I made, around the back side of the standing cord, and then back down through the loop. I can then hold on to both of these ends here and pull this guy tight. And that is the Bowline. The next knot is actually a hitch, and chances are you have used this hitch a dozen times or more in your life, but you might not know the name of it. So this is the Girth Hitch. The Girth Hitch is really useful for attaching things to your pack or attaching your dog's leash to a tree, pretty much for all sorts of things. So to tie the Girth Hitch, what you're going to do is take your loop of cord and pass it around your post or whatever you want to attach something to, and you'll take one end of that loop and pass it through the other, and go ahead and pull it tight. Like I said, you're probably familiar with this, but this is the Girth Hitch. So the next hitch is the Clove Hitch. The Clove Hitch is really useful for guying out tents, and it's also great for attaching a cord to any post or standing item. So to do this, we are going to hold the cord, hold a bite of cord with one end in each hand, and then I'll take my right hand and cross it over my left to make a loop, and then I'm just going to do the same thing again. And then I'll take this second loop and pass it underneath the first loop. Now, making sure that that second loop stays underneath the first, I'm going to go ahead and put this over my mock post here, and then go ahead and pull it tight. And from here you can see that this will not come undone or move if I pull on the loose ends. And that is the Clove Hitch. So this next hitch is a modified version of the trucker's hitch. The trucker's hitch is really useful when you're guying out a tent as it replaces the need for a cord tightener. So to tie this hitch, you're going to have one end of your cord attached to your tent over there, and then you're going to tie a slip knot in the cord. So I'll make a loop, pass the free end of my cord on a bite through that loop, and pull that tight. When you tie this slip knot, you just want to make sure that when you pull on the free end of the cord, the knot or the loop gets smaller instead of the other way around. The next thing I'm going to do is take this loose end of cord and I'm going to pass that around my post here or around your stake if you're guying out your tent. And then I'll pass this free end of cord through the slip knot that I just made and pull it back towards the stake on my tent. Once I've got it tight, from here I will pinch these ropes all together so the 3 cords all come together. And then I'm going to take a bite of cord, put that over the 2 cords that are going to the stake, and then pass it through the loop and pull this down towards my hand. Then I can do the exact same thing with another loop, just to back it up. So we'll make that bite, pass it over, and back through. Pull it tight. And that is the trucker's hitch. The great thing about the trucker's hitch is that there are no permanent knots in the cord, so it's really easy to undo it. You just pull on one end of the cord, and the whole thing comes undone. So the last knot is the Prusik Hitch. The Prusik Hitch is a friction hitch, which means that it slides when there's no weight on it, and then it will not slide when you weight it. So to tie the Prusik Hitch, you'll take your loop of cord, and I'm going to take the knot in one hand, just slightly offset, and then pass the other end of the rope, or other end of the cord, underneath my rope in this instance. We'll take this knot and we'll pass it through this loop, and we're going to do that probably like 2 or 3 more times. From here, I'll take this joiner knot and pass it through this loop that we passed underneath our rope. And then we're going to go ahead and dress this hitch, basically tighten it down, make sure that it looks clean. There we go. That is the Prusik Hitch. The Prusik Hitch is cool because it will slide on the rope when there's no weight on it, but then if you put weight on it, it's not going to move in either direction. If you're using cords that are of really different diameters, you're going to get more bite into the rope, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. And it's a good idea when you tie this knot to offset your joiner knot just a little bit so that you don't have your carabiner or your point of weight sitting directly on that knot. And that is the Prusik Hitch. So those are my top 5 favorite knots. I hope you also find them useful. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and check out the rest of our awesome content. We'll see you out there.